field hockey. It was the love of my life in the complement of running, which I'm still a very avid runner. And I think what's really incredible is how the technology has transformed my management style from the athletic perspective, because you're talking, my field hockey career ended in like 2012. And I was on a insulin pump with no glucose monitor, no continuous glucose monitor. So that's a sporadic, you check at halftime because you're pumped full of adrenaline, your blood sugar is 400. What do you do? What do you do if you're the captain and you don't come off the field? That's what I did. We went to states that year. So, I think that there was a lot of just blind faith at that time within the margin of safety that was a lot larger than what I would accept now, of course, with hopefully maturity, right? I'm a little bit older at this age, but now it's a really incredible system of technology that I use via the tandem insulin pump and the Dexcom. Yeah, continuous glucose monitor has absolutely revolutionized my care. So I can basically adapt it into an exercise mode prior to going on a run, which I run almost every single day. And once I do that, I can actually just sporadically check my blood sugar throughout the run and also detect changes in trending. So if I'm going up or going down, I can always carry a source of sugar with me on my run. So if I do start to notice a dip, I can consume a couple of Smarties or just something just to kind of keep that stabilized. And actually, because I get excited when I run, I tend to kind of outpour a little bit too much adrenaline at the end. So you see this big spike. So I've learned now at the end of my runs, I see that spike, but if I do a cool down, half a mile walk, I can actually blunt it would be almost like a postprandial like meal spike, but it's literally just my adrenaline is just jumping that blood sugar through the roof. So now that I've been able to detect that occurrence, I've been able to kind of blunt it. And then I come out of the run right where I went in, whether it's 2 miles or 6 miles, or on a really good day, I've done a half marathon and I've done a 20-mile relay race. So, I mean, it's changed for the best. Everybody's going to continue to encounter transitions in life, diabetes or not. And I had always been a really active athlete. I had worked out sometimes twice a day just because I loved it. I would do the bar classes, but there's a lot more studying that goes on and sitting down in medical school and being in the library and the cubicles. So a little bit of a different regimen, different stressors. And I think I just started to realize through that isolated transitional period, I was going to continue to encounter those types of transitions in my life. So it would be better to kind of build an adaptive skill set that would help me in future prospective transitions. And that's where kind of the comprehensiveness of the diabetes care comes in. It kind of comes in by being proactive, even with the emotional elements and the change in routine elements, because that's how you're really setting yourself up for success, even when success seems harder to reach in different situations. So I think that that's the criticality of kind of that integrated care model where, I might need to go to a nutritionist because this part of my life demands a little bit more critique at that time period, but I might have to access a different resource depending on the challenges that a certain element of my life is introducing at that time. So the medical school transition really elucidated that, of course, because I'm also thinking about, complications of diabetes and just other physiological phenomena that are happening that I'm now starting to understand on a different level. And just that insulin shots aren't going to cut it. So you have to do more. You have to do more than insulin shots. You have to do more than spreadsheets. You have to do more than carb counting. You have to kind of approach it, I think, with the best type of anticipation that you can, understanding that doesn't mean that you'll be able to anticipate the exact situation, but understanding kind of how to pivot as you guide yourself.